OffBeat Sports Podcast.
It's been a tale of two seasons for the Boston Celtics.
I probably aged about 10 years just from that series.
I'd probably compare myself to just a younger, smarter, more handsome, stronger Michael Jordan.
Let's go Celtics. Go Patriots.
These are guys who, when you give them a bowl of Cheerios in the morning, they finish every last drop of milk.
Absolute clown over here.
I'm ready when you are, baby.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the OffBeat Sports Podcast. As today we're continuing our interview series called OffBeat University, where we interview Division I college athletes, both male and female, from many different sports, to get the full perspective into the lives of our student athletes. Today we are joined by Jayanth Devaiah, for Massachusetts native and tennis player for the University of Notre Dame. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so I guess we can start first with your high school career. So back in your freshman year, you helped lead Brookline High School to a state championship, including a win over me and my team, Silver Lake, in the first round. How did it feel to be part of such a talented roster and to achieve this team goal?
Wow, I did not know you were on that team. I guess I forgot it was a long time ago. But yeah, I mean it was really cool. We had, a lot of good players. I think because the people in the grades, like the kids in the grades above me played, and they were both Noah and Sam specifically, they were both really good. It definitely paved my path in terms of playing high school tennis. A lot of high performance tennis players a lot of them don't end up playing high school tennis at all. Just to, go and travel and play USTA tournaments, things like that. But I mean, Brookline specifically had a really good culture of, everybody playing, kind of excellence for even before I got there.
Yeah, so you mentioned Sam Feldman, who you played with at Brookline, another nationally ranked player, now plays at Brown. So what was it like to learn and practice with a player like Feldman, and how were you able to pass him on your way to becoming the number one ranked player in tennis in Massachusetts?
Yeah, I mean, it was freshman year. I was definitely worse than him. And I think getting to practice with him during that season was definitely helpful for me. Practicing with Noah as well. And really top to bottom, our whole team was pretty damn good. So it was good practice in general. I think I feel like I did pretty well in terms of handling COVID, in terms of my practicing and getting better. It was harder for some people like Sam. I think that's why I ended up passing him, which is the question earlier. But yeah, I mean, either way, he's still a great player, and I think he's starting at Brown right now. So.
Yeah, so you finished your high school career undefeated and undersaw an 82-match win streak for Brookline from your freshman year through the end of your senior year. So how were you able to keep the momentum going year after year, even with by your senior year, it was a completely different team than what you guys started off with?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me was just keeping it enjoyable and fun. I think high school tennis was one of the most enjoyable parts of tennis in my life. Being part of that team aspect, team environment. In tennis, it's an individual sport, right? So being part of a team, being part of my high school team and this team at Notre Dame is really the best part for me. I enjoy working with other people, playing with other people, in team environments the most. So I feel like just the fact that it was very fun throughout my time, and I've wanted to win for my teammates. I was playing for something bigger than myself.
Yeah, so seeing as you were the number one ranked player in Massachusetts and number 60th nationally, you must have had many offers that you could have chosen from for Division I college tennis. So what stuck out to you about Notre Dame that made you want to go there over other schools?
Yeah, I mean, I think Notre Dame had the best balance of tennis and academics. In general, the best balance of sports and academics, in my opinion. It's I mean, I got into the business school here. And, most of the athletes who, want to come to Notre Dame are going into the business school. It is one of the best schools on campus. So that I wanted to do something in business for sure. So that's why I wanted to come to Notre Dame. One of the reasons. And I feel like, a lot of Division I schools, in terms of their sports, only want their athletes to do sports. You know what I mean? Like they give them free classes, free credits, things like that. But I feel like Notre Dame is definitely a place where it's student athlete, not just athlete.
Yeah, so you've played in many tournaments through the years to get your name out there and to boost your UTR up to get an offer from a school like Notre Dame. And some of those ones that you played in include the Easter Bowl at Indian Wells, the Orange Bowl, and USTA Zonals, just to name a few. Would you like to talk about any of your experiences in these tournaments, or if you have any favorite tournament that you've played in?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question. I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite tournament. Um, yeah, I mean, I played I played in the Easter Bowl. The last Easter Bowl that I played was maybe one of my favorites. I played against Nicholas Godsick, who's committed to Stanford, and I played him in the first round. It was a tough draw, and I wasn't really supposed to win at all. I wasn't supposed to come close, and I was playing like on like one of the center courts on a live stream, and I had a lot of my friends back home watching, a lot of my family. So being able to like have a really close match against him ended up being like 3.5 hours long. And with my family and friends watching back home was pretty cool. Even though I didn't win, it was definitely one of my favorite experiences. And in a nice place, Indian Wells, California. So, definitely one of the cooler experiences of my junior career.
Yeah, so as you prepare for the offseason coming up and you look to become a permanent fixture in the Notre Dame's lineup for your sophomore year, what are some of your goals to reach for next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think reaching that starting lineup is definitely a goal. But it's very competitive, right? So if even if I don't, I want to be the best teammate I can be. I want to get as good as I can, not just, for the team, but, personally, I want to be able to reach goals and and, you know, do better in tournaments this summer. I've a lot of tournaments lined up this summer. I haven't played many since I got here. I haven't played any at all since I got here. So this summer is going to be pretty big for me in terms of my development. And I'm hoping I can improve and do some damage in those.
Yeah, so now we got some fun questions for you. Who's your tennis GOAT?
That's a tough question. If you asked me a couple years ago, I would have said Federer, but I think now I got to say Djokovic. It's he's far and away one of I think the most consistent player of all time. He's had uh, setbacks and COVID. He didn't get vaccinated. He made some dumb decisions in terms of like off court stuff. And even through all that, he's still like one of the greatest players of all time. And every tournament he plays, it's just a force for opponents. You know what I mean? So he's definitely. I think he's not definitively the GOAT yet, but if I had to pick one, it would be Djokovic.
Yeah, so I guess the next one we have for you is you got a big match. If you have a big match coming up, what is your go-to pre-match hype song to get you ready?
That's a good question. Also, I'm a big Eminem guy before matches. I like I like a couple of them. Till I Collapse is a good one. Uh, Godzilla is a good one. I don't really have a go-to, but I do have a little playlist for pregame.
So this one's a good one. We get a lot of good answers to this. So if you could have any celebrity that I'll watch you play, who would it be?
That's a good question. Wow. Any celebrity at all. Um,
Yeah, actor, actress, comedian, athlete of any kind, anyone.
Antonio Brown.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
had that one. That one was...
Antonio Brown was born on my birthday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. No, I don't know who I would want. I mean, obviously, there's many people that I would want to meet, and I would want to watch me play. Like, guys like super athletes like Tom Brady or LeBron or but I think from a tennis perspective, it'd be cool to have like um, a major tennis player watch me play, and give me advice or whatever. So I would have to go with Federer, maybe Kyrgios. That'd be fun.
Arias would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah, he would go pretty crazy on the sidelines for me.
Plus, he's a Celtics fan, so we're still
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
he's a huge Celtics fan.
we're good on the
Oh,
Massachusetts front.
yep, yeah, we got a big win yesterday.
Oh yeah, we were both
Yep.
at the game.
We were both there.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was watching from here.
But yeah, to go off of that one, do you have a favorite non-tennis athlete that you kind of look up to or are inspired by?
I would definitely have to go with Tom Brady. Growing up, he's one of those guys who I could like, if I was watching the Patriots, I could always rely on him to go and get a touchdown with 2 minutes left. You know what I mean? I could always rely on him to bring the game back, come back. Like I never doubted him even during that Falcons game, that Falcons Super Bowl. He's one of those guys who you could always trust with the ball. So it was just he's definitely inspirational in the sense that like he knows what to do with his body, he knows how to take care of himself. And it showed on the field. His preparation, his dedication, his drive, is all pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm. He's the GOAT. I mean, that's the New England answer right there.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, it was tough seeing him go, and I did not like him for it.
Yeah.
I know he brought us 6 Super Bowls, but it was tough seeing him and Belichick fall out.
Yeah, it was a little brutal. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Now we're in our rough patch.
Rough
So
patch,
we'll get out
yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
We'll call it that. That's what we'll call it.
right.
So that's all we got for you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Of course, yeah. Thank you for having me.
And thanks everyone for watching and listening. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at offbeat_sports and on TikTok at offbeat sports. And make sure you subscribe to our channel below. Thanks for tuning in.
Call them all Texas.